Everybody knows that feeling is the secret, and no matter what it is, even your specific person, no matter what happened in the past, no matter what they said did, no matter what you said did, no matter the circumstances, if you can manage to consistently feel it real, truly in your heart, you will get it no matter what it is. But what happens when you don't feel like imagining? What happens when you're not feeling it real? What happens when you can't get into it? You don't feel like it? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So if you want to know how to master that, watch till the end. Hey, get a pen and paper, get comfortable, get yourself a drink, and take notes. Okay, so let's get in. First of all, you don't always have to feel like feeling it real. You don't always have to believe it. You don't always have to be feeling it. You don't always have to be in the mood for affirming or visualizing. Here's what you need to do. Here's the only thing that you ever need to do. And keep watching because I'm going to troubleshoot and I'm going to go through things that keep you from feeling it real and staying in the dream to the fullness of the manifestation. Okay. When it comes to manifesting your person, your partner, love, a job, money, I don't care if you want to change your body or live on top of a mountain. It's not about you forcing it or yourself. It's the opposite. Instead of trying to make yourself get in the mood to feel it real because you know you need to do this thing to get this thing, no, relax, let it go. What will happen is this. I'm not saying let it go altogether. It is a good idea to surrender the idea of needing it or needing to change it or needing to bang it into place or anything like that. You always want to let go of force and need to control. There's many aspects to this, but what's going to happen is this. You dedicate yourself to living as fully as you can in your joy. You dedicate yourself to learning. Stick with me here. You're going to be happy that you watched this, okay? You're going to dedicate yourself to learning and practicing how to relinquish resistance, how to let go of tension in your body, tension in your mind. And you're going to focus on following your joy. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to catch the mood naturally, where you feel like seeing it in your mind's eye, entertaining it lightly. You feel like feeling it real. You feel like affirming. That affirmation just came to you naturally. You're automatically accessing better feelings and better thoughts, and therefore you're more able to do the process of feeling it real. So do that when it's natural, when you catch the mood, when you feel like doing it, when you want to do it. You do it. You love the fact that you're doing it. You bring all of your attention to it. You appreciate and feel great gratitude for the fact that you're actually feeling it real right now, and you're able to feel it real, and you're doing the thing, and it really feels real. It's done. And that means that it's done. And you just milk that, and you just focus on that as long as you can. You give it as much focused quality attention as you can while you can. And at some point, it's going to pass. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to gracefully continue following your joy and just let yourself let it go. Let go of the need to try to force yourself to continue entertaining it. A lot of people get in this hamster wheel where they're like, I need to force myself to entertain it all of the time so that I'll get it. But it's the opposite that is playing out. You're trying because you're not feeling that it's real and done. And so you're really reinforcing resistance. And that's where we get opposite results. Okay, so there's more to this. When you are not in the mood and imagining it, when you're not inside that process, you are preparing yourself for that process. You're preparing yourself to be ready for that process. So you're, like I said, following your joy as fully as you can on a myriad of subjects. You're getting yourself in flow. I don't care if that flow is for work or things that are completely unrelated. It's all about you living your best life, loving you, being your best version of yourself, and feeling as aligned as you can, feeling as much love and confidence and appreciation and gratitude and fun and happiness as you can, because it's not about the subject matter. It's about how you feel. And when it comes to manifesting big things and making them pop, when it comes to feeling it real, living from the end until the manifestation materializes, it's all about the quality of your feeling, not the subject matter. So you're simply doing the things to help train your focus and train your vibration until you catch the mood and you begin to feel it real without forcing the matter. There are many, many more angles that I can come to you with this. I'm not going to be able to cover all of them in this video. I mean, honestly, I have like, over 1,000 videos at this point, and any one of them could click with you and give you everything that you needed. It's really about this ongoing process of continuing to put one foot in front of the other. And that's my next tip is if you feel like a sense of urgency and like you need to make this happen in a certain amount of time, or I'm going to work on this in order to get this, and how long is that going to take? Because I don't want to be doing this kind of work all the time. How long do I have to do this to get this? And so you're signifying a need and you're signifying something that is not a true change in yourself or in your lifestyle. When it comes to manifesting, it is not a like a season or a day or a week or a month of goal setting and working towards something. It is a complete overhaul within you, and it is a complete lifestyle change, because when you are truly a master of manifesting, you understand the way reality works. And the way that reality works, if you want to be a master of your reality and continue being a master of your reality, you're not setting goals for a week, you're not setting goals for a month or even a year. You're changing yourself into that masterful manifester in your waking, walking daily life every single day forever. This is not about having to work hard to get everything forever. This is about changing your mindset and the way that you approach life, the way that you see and interact with life, so that you are always in the seat of your power, being that deliberate creator. You are always molding the clay. Because the second that you put the clay down, you're like, oh, I got it, so I don't have to do this anymore. It's going to fuck up. You lost. Like, it's going to fuck up because you're going back into unconsciousness. You're going back into, oh yeah, I don't have to mold and shape my reality anymore. I don't have to be on top of it anymore. I don't have to follow my joy anymore. I don't have to focus on me anymore. Yeah, fucking right. And so we end up back on the hamster wheel, right? Oh, why didn't that work out? What happened here? So there's a lot of times when people get what they want, and then I'm just going to say it immediately fucks up again or something like that. There's this back and forth going on. And it's because you're doing manifesting techniques in order to reach a goal or get something, but you're not making a true change within yourself and make an understanding that it's a lifestyle change and an inner change within you based on an understanding that you have about manifesting your world. There are other things, like sometimes you can have an orientation. Like I've made other videos where I talked about, there's these two different orientations that you can have in life, whether one of them is that you're in the mind completely, or the other is you're living from your imaginative space, your sensing, feeling, being space. And your sensing, feeling, being space, that is the space that is surrendered, not identified with limitation or ego. That is the space where you imagine from. And that is the space where you create your reality. And you can be in that space all of the time. But if you are feeling or experiencing drama, circumstances in your life, or a lot of negative emotions, or intrusive thoughts, if you're feeling monkey brain, like your mind is thinking you're operating inside mind space orientation. You're like stuck in the mind, which is commensurate with being identified with ego and identified within the limitation of time and space. When you are oriented and functioning from the feeling, sensing, being space, you are not experiencing those limitations and you're not being plagued by the mind. You're able to continue imagining your reality instead of getting stuck on what you can't do and what is in the way. So overall, I think that there's a lot of people who don't really know the difference and haven't trained themselves to operate from that sensing, feeling, being space so that it's not actually hard to manifest. You just kind of are already in that sensing, feeling, being space. But if you're in the mind space, which means you're feeling a lot of negative emotion and you're feeling like things aren't working for you as well as you would like, and you're probably experiencing lack as well, if not just in the form of aggravation or things like that. So if you're operating from there, you're probably going to find it hard to get out of that and shut that off. You're going to find it difficult to meditate with any real meaningful focus. You're going to find it difficult to visualize, imagine, and feel it real. You're going to find it very difficult to drop circumstances and not react to circumstances and reinforce the negative circumstances, right? So this is also something that you really need to train yourself to do, is learn the difference between the circumstantial time-space world and your identification with it via the ego mind and identification with human time-space limitations versus being oriented and living in a way that is completely free of all of those things. And yes, it is completely possible to manifest your world like a badass, and you don't need the mind for that. The mind is a tool that you can use for that to your advantage from a place of awareness. And you can only do that when you are that which is awareness itself. That you can only do that when you are consciously creating, conscious of what you're doing, and conscious of the mind, not being run by the mind. All right, well, if you're still watching, that means that you love this video. So make sure that you click the like button, subscribe. And I'm actually going live tonight in my Super Life community to go way, 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 way more in depth on how to reorient yourself back to the place where timeline shifting in your reality and creating big quantum leaps and instant manifestations is possible. So I'm going to be teaching a lot more nitty-gritty and going a lot more farther in depth on how to orient yourself in the feeling space, in feeling space orientation, right? Feeling, being orientation, because that is where you can access any point in time, space, universe, and timeline shift to that specific point in time and circumstance. Okay, so this is what I'm covering in Cosmic Badass. That's what we're doing this month. And it's all about creating those really big quantum leaps. Tonight is going to be a really, really big one. We're no longer prepping. We're no longer talking about it. We're being about it tonight. And I'm bringing forth things that are really, really, really just extremely helpful tips that I have been studying for years and years to bring to you guys, all happening tonight. So if you're interested in learning with me more about instant manifestation, timeline shifting, quantum leaping, and living in the end, then sign up That link is going to be in the description below, and I'm also going to put it in the comment below. And by the way, we're going to be doing a sexy course very soon, coming May. So that may be just another reason why you want to join. Now, see you in the next video, and I'll see you tonight.